Did you see David Ortiz shooting? Mistaken identity, they're claiming.
Yeah, there's all kinds of this whole thing. I love these stories that take two people to write. I'm like, oh, it took two interns to copy and paste this entire thing together. Those two 19-year-olds right there on CNN.
I didn't even pick up on that.
I always think that. I'm always like, what unpaid person in their home is this? Because I know a ton of people who write for things.
So many people. They should stop doing it so these people are forced to actually pay people. I'm so anti-volunteer. It's not even funny. I'm like, make these people pay people. Don't stop volunteering for shit.
Or things that make companies that make billions.
Yeah, exactly.
Asking you to work for free.
But I think this is his power, honestly, because I think this makes the story that he was cheating on his wife go away a little bit.
Oh, no, it definitely feels like...
It's like that, right?
Well, you can... It's also that small country, you can rewrite history as it's happening.
That's a good point.
Type of thing. You control the narrative.
That's a really good point.
But, yeah, this story is so fucking fishy and so bizarre. He was with a bunch of other famous people, though, so...
And I think his cousin, they said, was the intended target, is what they were going with. And they were dressed similar, which they actually were. I looked at the video again. So, hey, you never know. But I think it's a cover-up. Big Papi has power in like, the DR. He has legitimate power down there.
I read another thing, too. It's, like, real common down there. They have, like, a drug down there that's kind of like a bath salty type thing that's really popular. And I heard it's real common for people to take it and just do crazy
stuff.
Shit, have big ideas.
But it was a full conspiracy, though, right? Wasn't it like 10 people have been arrested or something?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's really bizarre.
I think it was for like $8,000.
I noticed his wife's sort of language was getting back to like, I love my husband. At first, it seemed a little bit. She kept some distance, I thought.
I didn't notice that, but I didn't like the moral outrage. Like, we don't know what these people, like, he's a professional athlete. We don't know what their setup is, and it's really none of our business. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, some of these people,
I mean, yeah.
It's what some of these people do. It's open marriage type of things. Like,
I would say, in the Major League Baseball, there's this weird unwritten thing. In a lot of Major League sports.
Yeah.
Like NBA. But it's... Yeah, a lot of marriages have a lot of weird clauses like that, but especially wealthy men.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They kind of... I imagine there's probably a day, right? Every guy's thought about this who's in a relationship. There's a day where you have enough money where, like, she ain't going to leave you, man. Like... Yeah. You could do a lot, and she's not going to leave you. I mean, you know it.
That's a rough way of looking at it, though.
She knows it.
I hate that.
But it's something you both know.
It's definitely true.
It's something...
I don't like that, though.
There comes a day, and especially in an athlete's mind, I think, who's a winner or a loser mindset.
Yeah.
They're going, well, if she leaves, I'll just marry another hot chick.
It's a good point, but it's just that
she's not gonna find another ball player in 10 seconds. I'm gonna find another hot chick in 10 seconds.
It's definitely true.
So it's a sad reality.
Positions of power are iffy. Like that's what that becomes.
But it's not day one of the marriage where the pro ball player goes, all right, so I'm gonna cheat on you all the time.
Yeah.
It's the first time she asks, hey, what's up with this phone number on your phone? And he looks like, do you really want to know, or do you want to live in a not so big house? And then she's like, I'm just going to stop asking about text.
Yeah.
You know? That's what it is.
I hope, I hate that, but I hope like there's like a legitimate like agreement where they say, I'm going to bang wherever I want. I
think it's probably like that in a sense. Yeah. I think there's probably an unspoken, I don't think there's ever a sit down.
Yeah.
But I think there's probably some fights that
like kind of, that's when the compromise
there's a language
starts.
Where she's like, I know what you do. And he's like,
I think you're right.
Do you really want to go there?
And then they just make a deal.
And then it's a silent.
Well, you remember like Kobe after his whole fucking crazy thing? He bought her like a big ring. It's just like...
Part of me... All right, so here's something that... Logistically, I wouldn't want to do it because it's just too much work.
It's dirty, too.
It's too much work to like I remember talking to a kind of famous comedian about. I asked him this kind of about this. He didn't cheat on his wife, but he could, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, why don't you do it? because especially then at a younger age, I was like, that's sort of, it's not even like, oh, I just want to bang hot chicks. It almost feels like, hey man, this was kind of part of the reason why I did it. I kind of deserve it. Like that's
exactly what people do. That's what you said.
That's what happens in your mind is like, you're like, well, fuck, like I wanted to be famous so I could like fuck whoever I wanted. Now I can. I think you should grow out of that, but I think a lot of people don't, you know? But I could catch myself. I could totally see myself in the future if I were bigger and some chick was just like throwing it at me. I would see myself being like, man, I'm going to say no, but in my mind, I wish I was single right now so I could do that because I've always wanted to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even though on the low level I have hooked up with chicks just because.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be a karaoke guy and hook up with chicks just because you're a karaoke guy. But anyway, this somewhat famous guy was like, hey, man. I go, because they're just throwing, it's so easy.
Yeah.
He goes, listen, is it really easy, though? He's like, I still got to talk to them. I still got to sweet talk them. I still got to flirt with them. He's like,